Hey guys, today I want to tackle one of the most common questions I've gotten since I published the sliding spot system, and that's how fast is fast speed? To answer this, it's helpful to understand the difference between the aim with speed bank shot system and the sliding spot kick shot system. Now, in the aim with speed bank shot system, I sought to establish bank shots in all neutral conditions. So for example, a shot like this, I wanted to establish, okay, what is the track line for a full ball hit on the object ball, for no English on the cue ball, and for medium speed for the stroke. This is giving us the most neutral conditions possible such that we can adjust later. So for example, from diamond 4, the track line ends up being through 1.75. This would be a medium speed track line for a bank shot. But then I established, okay, so how do we handle speed? And I established the idea of a speed window. So from medium speed, on this track line, we can flail out a quarter diamond in either direction. That puts us 4 through 1.5 for fast speed, and then going backwards, it'd be 4 through diamond 2 for slow speed. And this represents how I handle speed in the bank shot system because we're trying to establish the neutral position. But it works out slightly differently in the sliding spot system because the speed range isn't really a window, we're thinking about the vanishing points along the rail. So here I have the speed range for my current conditions, which fast speed starts at diamond 2 and it gets slower as you move the cue backwards. But what I found is if I started at the medium speed spot, I found moving the cue forward was just, I don't know why, it just felt very awkward. And it seemed every time that it made more sense to start at fast speed and just slide backwards as required. That seemed to be the most natural action. So in the sliding spot system, it's not about the window between medium and slow and fast and that sort of thing. It's about figuring out where is the extreme or the upper limit of fast speed and then moving backwards from there. So if I were to establish what is fast speed, my answer is this. Fast speed in the sliding spot system is sort of the fastest you can hit the ball without being out of control. Most people who follow my material like numbers, and so I'll give you a couple numbers. The first number would be 80%. Fast speed in the sliding spot system is around 80% power. You're shooting not a break shot, but you're shooting like still really pretty powerfully. But it's still a smooth, controlled stroke at the upper limit of your speed without moving to that break shot speed. A second number to consider would be more of like something you could calculate, because 80% is more subjective in terms of who's shooting, but in terms of something you could calculate with a speed app, I would say fast speed is somewhere around 10 miles an hour, give or take a little bit, somewhere in that range. Once you go above 10 miles an hour, you're entering break shot territory for a lot of people, break shot power. So 10 miles per hour would be a good gauge for what speed is. But actually, I have a different idea that's maybe the best way to define fast speed, and it goes like this. My best recommendation for how to gauge fast speed is actually to reverse engineer it. What do I mean? Well, let me go to the fast speed vanishing point. If you haven't seen the other videos, you should go to those first, but this is fast speed vanishing point for an 8-foot table because I'm at diamond 2. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pivot so that I'm aimed at the side pocket. And I want you to notice how cleanly I'm over diamond 1.5. Even without the diamond markers, this is a really easy spot to visualize. It's just halfway between the two. So 4 should aim through 1.5 on a table, on any table. It should aim 4 through, it doesn't matter the table size. But another spot that is important is if you pivot from here, the geometry should line you up when you aim at diamond 6. I'm aimed through 2.3. This is a little bit harder to gauge without the diamonds, the markers between, but what you would do is then you would go back and instead of saying just raw calculation, come down here and shoot 4 rails or 5 rails back and forth, you'd actually say, okay, fast speed is defined as the speed required to shoot from diamond 4 through 1.5 as a center ball fast kick shot. So I want to kick on this track line, however fast it's required, that's fast speed. And then we would come over and say, okay, well, I got to do that from diamond 6 as well. A little bit harder to visualize, 6 through 2.3. But this again, how fast is fast speed? Fast speed is the speed required to shoot from 6 through 2.3 in order to pocket the ball. If you can figure out how fast that stroke is, you've mastered fast speed. A word of caution though, I want to give you a sign that your shot is getting too powerful for a bank or kick shot system, and that's when the ball starts to hop. Now, let me line up 4 through 1.5 again, and what I'm going to do, I actually have a break stick here. I'm going to hit this with break shot speed. Now, Truthfully, what's actually happening is because it's very hard to have a perfectly level cue, even a little bit of tilt, you're putting a downward angle on the ball, and when you combine that with max power, what's happening is you're actually jumping the ball. Even if it's just like a 1/16 of an inch, it's jumping. So if you hit the ball completely level into the rail, it shouldn't hop. But when you put so much power into it, the ball starts to hop off the rail, and that is a sign you're out of control. Ball hop is the sign you're shooting too fast. So let me see if I can generate ball hop here with break shot power. Did you see it hop? I'm pretty sure I hit that pretty poorly as well, but that's a sign of being out of control. But that hop is a sign, oh, I've crossed the upper limit. I'm now past that threshold of fast speed and I'm into extreme, like where I'm actually having a break shot speed. So again, fast speed, it's about 80% power, it's about 10 miles an hour. It is the speed required to shoot from diamond 4 through 1.5. However, if you're seeing the ball hop, you are shooting too hard.